Guys, I'm at Penzance this evening and I am taking the Night Riviera Sleeper, all the way from here to London Paddington. I've been looking forward to this for months. It's going to be a fantastic trip. Hope you can join me for it. Before I get on this, we're going to check out the lounge facilities at Penzance. So come with me and have a look at these and then we'll get on board. Cheers for now. On the front of our train tonight would be 57306, provided by Direct Rail Services, with the nameplate Her Majesty's Railway Inspectorate 175. I'm not quite sure what that means, but if you do, then please let me know. And on the rear of the train was another Class 57, the more glamorous looking 57604, Pendennis Castle, named after the mighty fortress built by Henry VIII near Falmouth. The Night Riviera lounge is located right behind the platforms, and note the Cornish translation below, by the way. It was fairly quiet at first. I was greeted by a welcoming member of staff and offered drinks and snacks, biscuits, etc. The usual station lounge experience, really. But as it filled up, it began to get very warm, so much so that I decided to make an early exit and head back up the platform to wait for the sleeper host to meet me.
Yeah, you got your ticket for me?
Yeah.
Any flights in the morning?
Any what, sorry?
Flights, connections.
No. Plenty of time in the morning.
So we get in at 5. Are you wanting breakfast in the morning or just a wake up call or are you going to use the lounge?
Breakfast, please.
Okay, so the lounge breakfast is at 6 o'clock or you can have it any time before.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. 6 o'clock, yeah, that'll be fine.
What would you like? A croissant, bacon roll?
Bacon roll, please, yeah, that'd be great.
Do you want tea or coffee?
Tea, please.
So have you come with us before?
No, not in the sleeper.
Okay, so the difference is now we can't come in the rooms, obviously to COVID.
Yeah.
So there's your key. Right, if you go on this wall here around to the right, it's about halfway up and it's contactless.
Okay.
Alright? So what will happen is just above the handle here there's a black square and you just flash that against that.
Okay, brilliant.
And in the morning at 6 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll give you a knock and then it'll be in a breakfast bag and you just grab it.
Yeah, that's great. I'll set my alarm.
And that's about what's in the cabin on this one.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you. Well, as you could see, the host was really good at explaining everything and I headed on board to find my cabin. Access was easy with the electronic key provided. Well, this is quite nice, isn't it? I'm going to show you around the cabin. And this, I believe, is the ladder for the top bunk, which we won't be using tonight. If it's single occupancy, they make the bed down for one, the lower bunk, and just leave the top bunk up. There's a handle there, and obviously the bed folds down onto there. I like the bed actually. It's a little bit narrow, but it's no narrower than the Caledonian Sleeper, for example. Nice little reading light there. Room service, don't want to press that. I thought that was the light switch, I better not do that. Not quite sure what that is. If anybody knows, please let me know. A few light switches. That's the main light, a vanity light, and another light I haven't quite figured out yet. Okay, and what have we got here? We have got the blind, which I can never work these things. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute when I've figured out how to do it. We've got a little bar of soap there. Room key, by the way. Swipe it, opens the door. A lot less faff than the Caledonian Sleeper, in my opinion. Okay, and unsurprisingly, we have a sink with hot and cold running water. Lovely and tidy too. We have underneath the sink the litter bin, which is a place to put your litter in. Yes, the interconnecting door, which remains locked for the duration of the journey. What have we here? A thin cupboard type thing. Let's have a look inside. Okay, some instructions about the sofa. Second size fine, actually. And a bottle of water at the bottom. Some coat hangers, which is great. I'm sure that other door will open, but do I need that tonight? I'm not sure. I'm hanging my coat up at the back of the door, as you can see here. Heating control through there. It's pretty cool in here, which is great because it was sweltering in the lounge. Really hot. I had to come out and stand on the platform, to be honest. I think the heating control is just there. Interesting, really. It's not very prominent. I know where the emergency exit hammer is, and I don't know where the alarm is, but you do the sign for the heating control, I would imagine. But anyway, never mind, we found it, haven't we? Nice little table there for you. I might use that later to watch some YouTube videos when I'm in bed. Oh my god, we finally managed to get the blinds to work. There we have it, they're beautiful. Well, the sunset, and the sun's actually set over the St. Michael's Mount in the distance there. I don't know if you can see that. And the beautiful bay of, I'm going to take a punt at this, St. Michael's Mount's Bay. Let me know in the comments below if that's wrong. Okay, it's time to check out the lounge, I think. I'll catch you in a bit. And what a beautiful evening it was for the Sleeper, certainly living up to its name. For once, the Cornish Riviera did actually look and feel like the Mediterranean coast. I made it to the bar, which was located between the sleeper accommodation and the standard class seated coaches. Our first impressions were very nice. The GWR colour scheme retained throughout. The bar stools looked a bit uncomfortable, to be honest. I didn't try them, as I think they may have been out of bounds, because due to restrictions it was very much a sit only where the signs tell you kind of situation. I had a small bottle of wine, which was reasonably priced, but I'm not keen on being served a plastic glass to drink it out of. The plastic usage must have gone through the roof during the last 18 months, I reckon. It was nice and cold though, which is the main thing, isn't it? Again, the onboard staff in the lounge car were friendly and they actually looked like they enjoyed their job, which obviously leaves a good impression on the customer. And the sky tonight was a fantastic colour as we headed east through St. Erth, Truro and Parr. And note there's plenty of charging points in the lounge, both USB and conventional 3-pin. We were making good progress, but there's no rush on the Night Riviera. We have plenty of time to get to London, but as the host said before, it's a really early arrival time, so it was time for me to try and get some sleep. As I headed back, note that there is an accessible toilet at the end closest to the lounge car and adjacent to the accessible cabin with wheelchair space, and all in all it's a nicely thought out design. I had a quick look at the other toilet at the other end of the carriage. The door had latch locking, an interesting circular mirror on the wall and a corner sink. It's very different to what I'm used to finding on the conventional trains I'm normally taking, but a push button tap and separate hand dryer, coat hook and shaver point. Important for some on a sleeper train, I guess. It's very clean though, and no issues at all with this area. On exiting the toilet, here's a quick look at the carriage door, encrusted with warning signs. They're centrally locked these days anyway for safety reasons. And here's the room key deposit box for the morning. Guess who forgot? Okay guys, well I went to the lounge car for a bit. That was really nice actually, and quite reasonably priced drinks, but it's like really early start in the morning. The steward is coming around with bacon roll and a cup of tea, which is nice, for about 6 o'clock though, which is not so nice. So I'm going to get a little bit of shut eye now, hopefully, and I'll catch you in the morning. Cheers for now. Morning from London Paddington. Well, we made it, predictably, and also predictably I didn't get much sleep. I'm a bit of a light sleeper, to be honest, and I don't sleep very well in these kind of situations, but I thought the bed actually was quite comfortable, and the cabin temperature was a bit cold for me. But yeah, all in all, not a bad experience. The ride was reasonably smooth. It does help. I'm in the middle of the coach, so that's good. Anyway, I've got some breakfast that's just been delivered by the lovely steward, and got a cup of tea, which is gonna be a godsend, to be honest, and a bacon roll. So lots of milk. So I'm gonna have some breakfast, then I'm gonna head out into the city, probably check out the lounge actually, Paddington if I can, and see what that's like. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Ooh. I reckon I had about 2 hours sleep as I emerged onto the brightly lit platform at Paddington. And what a fantastic station to arrive at though. And the sleeper was right outside the first class lounge on platform 1. It was about 6:30 in the morning, so it's still quite quiet in the station area. Before I tried out the lounge, I had a quick wander up the train and through the standard class seating area, for those of you that are mad enough to consider this as an option on this train. It does look a bit like normal GWR first class, doesn't it, with the helpful addition of curtains on the windows. Like I said, I would struggle to sleep in one of these seats, but I'm sure some would be very happy. It depends on the individual, I guess, but it's also very much down to budget. And I paid £84 for my ticket, which I think is good value. The seats are priced around about half that, though you can buy a cabin supplement on the train if it all gets a bit much, dependent on availability obviously at the time. Anyway, I did visit the lovely lounge here at Paddington, and again it was quiet, but the staff were very friendly and helpful. And note that it's not an either or situation here. You can still have breakfast on the train as well as using the lounge in the station. I had a coffee and a couple of croissants and just really relaxed in there for an hour or so. And the one major plus point here is the very well kept showering facilities. A very welcome sight this early in the morning. Okay guys, and that was the Night Riviera Sleeper. I'm at Paddington now, you can probably tell. So I've got a little friend with me there. And yeah, so I'm just chilling. I'll tell you what, the first class lounge has showers and it's great to have a shower once you get off the train. So I feel really refreshed now having an average night's sleep. So yeah, full marks to the first class lounge at London Paddington. And the sleeper wasn't bad either, to be fair. I think it's equally as good as the Caledonian Sleeper, if not better. Certainly the lounge car is a lot better in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching this. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. I'm off now to London Victoria coach station, where I'm going to be taking a coach over to Bristol again. So wish me luck, and I'll see you next time. Cheers for now.